So this is an example from chapter 14 dealing with inference for regression, and the question gives you an equation that shows the amount of money people spend eating out per week as it relates to the annual household income in thousands of dollars. So this is the expression. So we're saying the amount that they spend eating out per week is equal to 1728 plus 0.354 times the household income. And the question we are asked is to see what do these numbers mean? What does the 1000, how does that relate to the 0.354 and the 1728? This is a qualitative question, so I'm going to look at this example, which is just a similar equation, and assess this one, and then you guys will be able to apply the principles to the question you are asked. If the price of a product is dependent on the time spent prepping that product as detailed in the equation below, we're saying price is 4.8 plus 5.2 times the time you spend working on that product. Now, what does that mean? Let's look at this equation mathematically. Let's copy this guy and stick it here so we can see it. Now, the price is 4.8 times plus 5.2 times the time. So if we have the times here, which is the independent variable, and we wanted to figure out the price, that's going to be 4.8 plus 5.2 times the time, which is that. And if I calculated it for everything here, I need to lock these values because it's changing B2. I don't want it to change B2, and I don't want it to change B3. So that's why I'm getting those errors. Let's fix that, and then I can copy across here. There we go. So what is saying, this is showing you the actual numbers for the prices based on the time. So what is happening, for every increment in time, the price goes up by this much. But even if no time is invested, there's an initial cost of 4.8. So that's what these figures mean. Now, let's look at the general equation. It is the regression line is y is equal to b0 plus b1 times x. That's the estimate based on the values of x. So in this case, what we're saying is, in this case when the value is 1 and it goes up to 2, what is the increment in the result? Increment in the result is 5.2, which should not come as a surprise, because what this is saying is the price is equal to 5.2 multiplied by the time. So every time this quantity increases by a unit, then it goes up by this much, and this is going to be a constant that you're going to add to it. So the same thing would happen every time you increase by a factor of 1 unit time. Alright, so apply these principles to the question that is being asked, and you should not have a problem figuring out the wording of that question. It's wanting you to relate the amount of money spent to the constant and the value of b1 here, which is what drives this as a multiplying factor. Alright, so read through carefully and make the right choice. And please make sure that you are watching the video link that's here. It's absolutely useful, not just for this question, but for all the questions for this week. Thank you.